Hello and welcome here to Brackenmore for the Northern Premier League East fixture between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. I am your commentator for tonight, Adam Allcroft, here as usual to take you through all the action that happens in this match with the Steels trying to get back onto some proper form to make sure that they can stay in the top five. Here we go, wild Luca De Falco here at the stadium watching tonight. Anyway, so you know about this game today. So the Steels, after that disappointing loss against Shildon, will be looking to bounce back against one of the more local teams they face, Ossett United. Though this is, even though the Steels have faced Ossett twice this season, once in the FA Trophy where they lost on penalties and once over at Ingfield where they lost 1-0, this is a very different team to the Ossett they faced the last time out. Ossett, current in their lineup today, have one player from who played in that 1-0 win for Ossett all the way back at the end of September. That's Luke Hogg. We'll go through the teams in a second. They also have a different manager, Grant Black, taking charge after the departure of former Steel Jazz Colliver Grant Black, having left Belper Town earlier on in the season. So we will go through the teams here as we are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. So the Steels team for you today, it's Ben Townsend in goal. Then it's Bailey Ty Baker, Jordan Lemon, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Elliot Murray, Curtis Turner, Ross Gooden, who's the captain today, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and Ifia Fabu. That is one change for the team from Saturday, with Jordan Lemon coming in to replace Jack Tinker, who has a back injury and has been ruled out of this game. The bench is Keegan Townrow, returning from dual registration, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Wood, Tussle, and Andy Rain. So here come the Steels out. We will read the team out here in a second after this to help some of our highlights for you. So here come the teams. So the Stockbridge team we will go through once again. It's Ben Townsend in goal, Bailey Ty Baker, Jordan Lemon, who comes in for Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Elliot Murray, Curtis Turner, Ross Gooden, who's the captain for the day, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and Ify Afebu. The benches are returning from dual reg, Keegan Townrow, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Wood, Thomas Poole, and Andy Ring. The Ossett United team is Paul Cooper in goal, Derry Robson, Craig Nelthorpe, Luke Hogg, the only returning player from the last time the two sides faced East, Patrick Miller, Harry Coates, Janusz Lipka, Christopher Dawson, Alex Peterson, former Steel Danny South, who is also the captain for Ossett today, and James Walshaw. Their bench is Harry Gagan, Nathan Curtis, Brandon Webster, Fabian Bailey, and David Brown. One thing you note about the Ossett team that we can see is that they seem to have grown at least 6 inches from the team that Jazz had out. So as the team starts to grow, we are going to let you know about some of the other games going on today. There are a few others happening in the league from other rearranged fixtures. Lincoln United, there's Lincoln United versus Worksop, Hebburn Town versus Carlton Town, and Dunstan versus North Shields. Those last 2 games are crucial to our playoff hopes, so we will keep you updated with those. Look like we are almost ready to kick off. Ross Goodwin there is standing in the centre circle. Well, normally it's Curtis Turner who kicks us off, so it might be a slight little change here. So the referees call the captains in. Danny South, that massive. Well, can play every position. Danny South. He looks like he may be playing a more advanced position, like he used to back when he was a Brackenmore player. So just getting the two referees to get the okays. We are going to be kicking off maybe a minute or 2 late here, as usual. It's always rare when we get a non-league game kicking off at the exact time it's meant to kick off. You just see Alex Peterson, the big striker, heading towards the centre as well. Our referees today, by the way, are Lewis Dawson, is the main referee, and our assistant referees are Daniel Whitworth and Michael Corbally. So Ossett will start this game off. And we will prepare for a game where both teams will be desperate to win, if only for the localish bragging rights. They are just over the border in Ossett, after all. So here we go, referee just doing his final checks with his assistants, making sure everything is ready, checking with Townsend and Cooper, and as he clicks on his watch, here we go. The Ossett United have kicked off. They're in the red kit, kicking from right to left. What? in the all-red kit, while the Steels are in the yellow blue shorts and blue socks, with the Steels already on the attack, with McCaskill on the right-hand side, driving into the box, putting a cross in, look at the far end, and it's almost clipped in at the far end there. Still in the box here, Steels trying to maintain pressure, but Ossett have cleared here. So good start for Stocksbridge. It was Icky Fabu who latched onto a poor Ossett pass to try and launch that attack, but then not being able to finish it off to get the early lead. So the ball's just going to go back here now. Long ball from Stockbridge to Cooper. So Paul Cooper here. So sends it long, but it's just going to go back for Goodwin, whose header is sort of sliced in a weird way. Turner gets it, knocks it forward, but only back to the Ossett defence, who clear it upfield. They're looking for Danny South here, who's going to try and cause problems, facing up with Bailey Baker on the left wing. Baker gets his foot in, it's out for an Ossett throw in here. If you are listening here to us on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel, please do get in touch. Please do comment as much as you can. We do like the comments, and it helps the commentary as well attract more fans, which we absolutely love. Ossett have it in the corner flag. They're trying to control it there. There's another late kick there from I think it was Goodwin there helping back in defence, and it's going to be a throw right next to the corner flag for Ossett to take. So throwing goes in. He's running into the box here is Christopher Dawson. He's looking for the shot. He doesn't. He's going to pass it back, and here comes a shot from Ossett. But that one is never going to test the goalkeeper. It's a bigger risk to the bench behind the goal than it is the goal to Ben Townsend's net. So back for Townsend to take. So both teams having opportunities, though that one ended up being wasted by the Sheepycorns, one of the more unique nicknames that we have in this division. Don't think anything beat. Well, actually, I think that is the best one. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think any other team is a Sheepycorn. So back for Townsend to take. Townsend is sending it long, but it looks like Lipka's going to try and win the header. It goes backwards. A Faber against his Spokal tries to get onto it, but it's going to go out for a Steels throw-in. And there's an unhappy Craig Nelthorpe there, who was very, very convinced that it was his throw-in. And actually tries to throw it into the crowd there. Nelthorpe is unhappy as Baker tries to nick as many yards as he can, but the referee, Lewis Dawson, stops him there. Baker's going to take another yard before he gets it to a Faber. Faber trying to put inside back to Baker. Baker spins out of a challenge, tries to come in his left, but it has been deflected, that pass, and now Ossett do clear it away. Danny South will head it on, and it's still in midfield for Ossett. It's a lot of head tennis. A Faber's going to try and get it, but Ossett head it away well, but only back to Turner. It's just going to bounce the air till Turner can get it. Turner hits a step forward, but well in by Ossett, who cleared it. Only back to Baker, who's going to try and clip it back into that danger zone, but Ossett head it away. I think Ossett are going to be a top team that wins the vast majority of their headers today, as the ball here now trickles out for an Ossett throw-in on the far line. Throwing going down in M10, and Ossett could break into the box here, but Baker's covering. Big trips, and he's going to. It's a free kick the other way to Stocksbridge, and at the moment, that sharp intake of breath was I thought Bailey Baker may have, after scuffing there, had actually took down Alex Peterson and given away the penalty, but it may be a bit of a let-off for the young fullback there. Back now then for Townsend to take the free kick. A bit of a let-off there for the Steels, who I think may have just got a bit lucky there. Ball goes long. Goodwin tries to head it on, but just going to be knocked back by Lipka. Bounces it to Danny South here on the left wing. He gets a little shot to the ground by Goodwin. Tries to get up, tackle, and this time he does get the free kick. Danny South not happy with thinking that the first one should have been the foul there. We're 4.5 minutes into this game so far. Ossett have a free kick about 15 yards into the half, and it looks like Christopher Dawson's going to take this opportunity to put the ball into the box here. He's just waiting to slip it in. Everyone's on line with the edge of the area. Here comes the right-footed ball into the box. Townsend comes and claims it. He drops it, and it's going to be a foul on Townsend here. Something that Ben Townsend is able to do quite well. He gets fouled quite well there. I think the way he just puts himself up, allows attackers just to attack him rather than the ball, and I think it's earned him a few free kicks and allowed him to get away with a few things like that where he has dropped it. So back here for Townsend to take. Just a goal in a local fixture. Emily are 1-0 down to Fackley today. Emily challenging for promotion to this league. We see them next season as Townsend sending it long here. Headed away by South. Quick classes into one of his own players. Ossett's still on the ball here. As it's knocked sideways by Dawson to Robson, who's going to send it long, but well intercepted by Langton, who clears it away, but it's just going to be won in the air by Ossett. Ossett will win everything in the air today, considering the height of their team. I've never seen a grab-like team there not lose a header, and they've just sent a free kick about a yard or two away from the centre circle, and Andy Ring's not happy with the Steels conceding so many free kicks early on in this game. It's another one Stocksbridge will have to defend, and they got away on last time with the foul on Townsend after he dropped it. They'll have to do it again now. So just waiting to have this free kick taken here. Bit central, and there's a lot of run here from the fullback to try and create some space on the right hand side. McCaskill's covering. Here comes the right hand ball. South flicks it on. It's still there. It's headed away, but still in the air. It's going to be lashed, blocked, and it's somehow not in the bottom corner. It's only wide of the goal by the slightest of inches. That flick on causing all sorts of problems, and Stocksbridge have got away one, and Stocksbridge will need to wake up quickly if they don't want to go behind early on in this game. Still 0-0 here at Brackenmore. Ian Richards, the Stockton manager, shouting out. So many orders his players have to be unhappy with the way they defended that one. So it's back now for Townsend, who will take this goal kick. 0-0 here with 7 minutes gone in this game. But Ossett are the ones with the chances so far and looking like the better side in the early parts of this game. Townsend sending it long. Rawson's going to be looked to win this header. It's also going only backwards. A favour tries to get a touch. It's knocked away from him, but only back to Gooden, who knocks it over the top. McCaskill trying to chase it. McCaskill's causing problems, and it's only being cleared back to Turner, who scuffs the ball there as he gets it, and that's going to allow Dawson to run onto it. But his clearance only goes back to Lemon, who's going to try and knock it forward here to Rawson. Controls high, but tries to get it through. Blocked off there by Lipka, and it's going to be cleared away by Ossett now. It's going to go to South, who heads it on, and he's going to say South will win every header, and it's going to be Ossett carries on and they put the ball at the top. Townsend's rushing out, saves with his knees and clears it away. Good sweeper keeper in by Townsend, who clears it back to Cooper, who's going to have to do some sweeper keeping his own, and he knocks it quite calmly there to Patrick Miller, who now sends it long here, looking for the forward. Headed away by Oglesby. Turner tried to get on it first, but it's back Ossett who tried to get forward. It's Peterson who flicks on, but only back to Murray, who clears it away, but which only goes back to Hogg there, the one man who survived since the last Ossett match between the two sides. But these clearances, it's just too clear to each side clearing it to each other at the moment. Langton heads on now to Goodwin. Controls it, it's going to send it long. Rawson will chase it and try and cause some problems. He's trying to read the lip coats there before he passes it back to Cooper, who clears out a perfect ball there to Peterson, who then gets tripped by Goodwin. I say tripped by Goodwin. No free kick being given. I'm surprised at that one. And the ball's gone now to Lemon on the left-hand side. It's a frantic pace to the game at the moment here. Lemon going to try and cut the pass through, but it's been blocked off by us. It's now for a throw-in. And with that being the breaking game, Danny South will continue to be angry at the referee. Even though he's in his former club, Danny South is as competitive as ever in this match. Lemon throws it in, and it's to Turner, who's looking for it. Here comes a ball into the box, cleared away by Ossett. And it's going to be Elliot Murray who gets onto it first. He's trying to get onto the right-hand side to a Fabu. And he will be offside there, which is a shame because he was in a decent position. Disappointing there, but that ended like that. We'll be back for Paul Cooper taking lots of angry shouting from both Grant Black and Ian Richards at the moment, neither happy with what they're seeing, and some of it is with the referee, Lewis Dawson. Oh, I did think. So back here for Cooper, who's going to send it long, looking for South, who's having a good old push around with Murray. It go in through to Peterson. Now it's gone to Luke, who's got it right-hand side. Ball clipped over the top to South. The offside flag's up, and even though his shot was straight at Townsend there, it was never going to be allowed. The offside flag going up. I think that was a correct decision there by the linesman, Michael Cavalli. Or assistant referee, I think is the proper term. Back with Townsend here. Townsend's going to send it long. Faber's going to collect it to his feet, back to Goodwin, who I don't think was expecting it, but he gets it anyway. He's going to send it further along to Rawson, who fights with it, and it's just going to be cleared back all the way back to Langton, who takes a shot, spins out of a challenge. Great play by Langton. And there's actually going to be a stoppage, though, because there is an Ossett player down with a head injury, I have to presume, if they're going to stop the game when it was continuing as normal. Trying to see which player it is there. Oh, I just want to let you know that this is going to be what we call commentators' excuses. The gold numbers on the back of the burgundy shirts of Ossett are really difficult to see. So it is actually fairly difficult for me to try and pick out the names of the players. I can tell Danny South because he is built like a mountain. So, there's just some complaints here. The referee having a huge talk with it. The Ossett players there as we continue. A lot of complaints from the Ossett team towards her. Danny South is heading towards the referee. I believe there was a yellow card there as well. I didn't see which player it was because I was having a moan about the numbers. That shows you how professional I am at times. Goalkeeper. So it's the goalkeeper, Paul Cooper, who's had a booking here. I did think it was him because I heard from one of the Ossett away fans throw an expletive of how did the certain goalkeeper get the yellow card. So,
but I'm sure it'll keep to watch the field.
So we believe it is for dissent, for some unhappiness. The referee already. We're only just over 10 minutes into this game, and the referee's already getting pelters. I can only imagine what he's going to get later in the game at this rate. I believe, according to the Ossett Twitter, Harry Coates, the number 6, has also been given a yellow card as well. It's a bit daft just to give yourself yellow cards for dissent this early in the game when you've got quick players from Stocksbridge up against you. You'd hope that the likes of Rawson, McCaskill, and Faber will try and target Harry Coates now, because if you've got a booking, it only takes you to beat him once and him to stick that leg out. And you're going to get a free kick. You might get him sent off. And anyway, he's going to go back now to the Ossett defence here. So, just interesting. I think we were on a bit of a on the yellow cards. We think pretty sure the goalkeeper's gone, but the Ossett United Twitter has stated that Harry Coates, number 6, has got a yellow card as well. So we aren't completely confident on this. As we're just, it looks like Grant Black now. It's going to be a red card here for the manager of. It's not the manager of Ossett. I'm trying to see which person it is, but it's one of the coachings. I'm not. This is a bit mad here. One of the coaching staff for Ossett United has been given a red card, and now Danny South's complaining about one of the fans here at Stocksbridge. We have got just an absolute calamity happening at the moment between the referee, the coaching staff of Ossett, the fans here, who, the fans are just being fans. They've not said anything here. This is a bit of a mess at the moment. I believe it's one of the Ossett coaching staff. It may be one of their substitutes who's been sent off. We're just waiting to see. This has been so long. We're waiting here. I didn't start timing it, but I'm pretty sure we are 4 minutes into this, which was a head injury initially that the referee has stopped the game for, quite rightly. Is how we should do it. And it is. I believe is it one of the substitutes we sent off? I've not seen anyone from the Ossett bench leave. So it's one of the substitutes who's, unless he's the one who's taking his shirt off now because he knows he's got to go into the dressing room. Can the game even resume until he's gone off? I mean,
well, he's off the field, isn't he?
But he has to feel. I'm not sure. This is when the manager. This is it's going to be a Stocksbridge free kick. I think kick now, I believe, or a kick ball at least. Contested ball, but this is the thing. The man with the Ossett substitute with the red card has not left the pitch yet. He is meant to leave. I believe the rule is, and if you're in the comments here and can correct me, he is meant to leave the entire pitch area, and because obviously, what's the point of sending him off if not? But he's head on the horn. He's in the. He's still
telling him to go on.
He's still here. What is going on here? This is. It is a substitute. I'm not sure which of the substitutes it is. If you're an Ossett fan, it's one of your short blonde lads here. So one of the Ossett substitutes here. We will try and see if we can gather the name of it. So we are, oh yeah, got the substitute. So already, Brandon Webster coming on for Patrick Miller. We're not. This is an absolute joke. What's going on? I'm not sure. I'm not blaming the referee for this one. I know it's easy, the easy thing to do to blame a referee, but he's trying to handle things best he can, and it's just become a bit of a calamity. So from what I can see from just social media is that Ossett United believed there was an elbow from a Stocksbridge player. To my knowledge, I didn't see the elbow. I know I'm the biased commentator reviewing for Stocksbridge, but and anyway, the kick ball from Langton just knocked it into the box, headed away by Ossett. We actually have football here again now. And it just goes back to Lemon, who's going to take a touch. He's going to go with the right foot looking for Afebu, takes it on his heel, looking for the overlap of Baker. It's a bit wide for Baker, but he's going to get on it anyway. Puts a low cross in that. He's going to be cleared at the near post by South and headed on here by Webster. And it's going to be Murray who clips it back to Afebu now. Afebu looking to cut inside, tries to put the pass across, but it's been blocked off, and Ossett will try and look a counter-attack here. But Turner's robbed the ball really well. Gets to McCaskill, one touch pass to Rawson, but Rawson can't get onto the end of it. Rolls back to Cooper here. In a local fixture, Chesterfield are 1-0 up on Southend. Lawrence Maguire scoring. So I've got to presume the red card for the substitute, we're still not sure which substitute it is. There's 1 of 4, we've got a quarter chance of getting it right. Was because of dissent, though some of the fans believed it was Grant Black who said the words that caused the referee to head over with a red card. It's going to be Ossett's pro here in the Stocksbridge half here at the moment. I mean, welcome to our halftime talk of what actually happened there is what we're going to be wondering. Anyway, it's Webster throwing the ball down the line, headed away by Baker, but it's going to be Ossett who gets the seconds before Turner can get a touch onto it. Turner gets it into his feet, and he's going to have it tackled away from him just as it stops counts, but good stops it. Now, if Faber's going to get it, if Faber running central on the pitch, he's running at his defence, he's got some options, he's going to cut slightly to the left and then pass it to left to McCaskill. The appeals for the offside going up, it's not given. McCaskill takes a shot, near post saved by Paul Cooper. First shot on target for the Steels. And the Ossett players continue to complain at the referee. Ossett have now registered that Paul Cooper's got a booking as well on their Twitter. So ball goes long here. Goodwin keeps it in, but it's just going to be knocked on by Ossett before it goes back to Langton. He's going to send it long. Faber is going to chase it with Webster, who's in that left back position, covering, and South's just going to cover it. South seems to revert to centre back now. Long ball onto Peterson, who heads it on, but Goodwin goes in with a tackle. Back to Peterson, who's going to knock it long for Wall short to Chase, but well covered there by Oglesby, who is now sent along to Rawson, but South has read that really well, headed it away. Only back to Goodwin, who heads it forward, and South climbs over the top of Rawson before heading that one away. And it is back with Austin now. Goodwin harassing all the way. Goodwin wins the ball. McCaskill's got it. Trying to find Goodwin again with the ball, but Cooper's read it really well back there. And once again, this seems to be the repeated thing of, here we go, Ossett players are complaining at the referee. We haven't seen this much complaining at the referee since Prestwich were here back in August. Not even Pontefract complained this much at the referee. In a local fixture, Barnsley are leading 1-0 against Portsmouth. James Norwood having scored that goal. Oh, Oakley just headed one away. Faber knocks it on, but only back to Ossett, who clip it forward. Murray head away, but only back into the Ossett midfield here. Ossett will have it in their midfield for a bit with Hogg, who's looking around the fullback, but well intercepted by Turner. Now, Lipka's gone back to cover, and he's going to pass it back to Cooper. Luke Rawson's trying to close down, and it looks like Ossett may be about to make another substitute here. We are only 19 minutes into the first half, but they could be about to make their second substitute of the game. Throwing goes here to McCaskill. McCaskill's just trying to worm his way out. He's gone through a few players. Finds Baker in some space, and Baker could charge forward here. He is with a diagonal run to the right-hand side. He's trying to get to his byline. Here he comes. Baker's got some options. He's got to go back to a Fabu here. Fabu puts a cross in. Good-looking cross, headed away well by South, though. And then Ossett are going to be able to clear it. And it's just going to now roll out for a throw into the Steels. So we are going to close down on who's got sent off. Right, we actually have a word. It's David Brown was the man sent off for Ossett United, the number 17. That's a substitute. It is 11 men on the pitch still, but the substitute David Brown has been sent off for Ossett United. Right, Baker's just headed that right out. It's going to be a throw in here for Ossett. Down the line here from Webster, headed on, and it's going to be ran onto by Dawson, knocked it over the top, being challenged for in attack for Ossett. Being forced backwards at the moment, and a good tackle in, and it's well worked by Langton, who's going to send it long, but well intercepted by South, who's going to be strong in that defence here. Hogg on the ball now. Hogg's going to look to get it to the right wing, and Lemon's missed the header there. It's Robson here on the right-hand side, clips the cross in, and it's Lemon who recovers well to clear it. Back still with Ossett on the right-hand side here. Another ball going in, and Langton slices his clearance. It's out for a corner for Ossett, and that's not what Langton will have envisioned when he tried to do it, but at least it didn't go in the back of the net, as that we've seen some of those clearances do. We are 21 minutes into that game. Ossett haven't done a substitution as we thought they might be doing. They were preparing the board. It is 0-0. There is a player sent off, but he wasn't on the pitch at the time. It's 11v11 still, despite that. It's been chaos, but not for the reasons, falling reasons. Stocksbridge will need to do better from these corners than they were on Saturday and Sheldon. Here comes a corner. Big lofted ball in to the 6-yard box and just wide. And Ossett comes so close to taking the lead. And Danny South immediately starts complaining at the referee. So man, this referee's going to be sick of hearing from Danny South by the end of this one. Barnsley have taken a 2-goal lead against Portsmouth. Nicky Cadden, the latest scorer there. As Townsend prepares to take it. We're just having a slight delay here because Ossett, a player, is doing his shoelaces up in the box. There's just been, it's 0-0 here. It's 0-0 every other game in the Northern Premier League. There are 3 other games happening today, and it's all 0-0 here. And Townsend will prepare to send it in. He's been given the okay to take the goal kick, Townsend. Here he goes. Long here, and it's going to be going for everyone. And this time Ossett will get a free kick. It's a push in the back there from Turner, and it's a free kick to Ossett on the halfway line. Just to say that there has been a goal in the North Premier League. It's not a good one for us. Dunstan have taken the lead against North Shields. That moves Dunstan into the playoffs. And that will be at Long Eaton's expense. We are now only in the playoffs by a point. Ball going long here from Ossett, headed on by South. It's Stockton into it. It's another touch there before Townsend claims it. And, well, if Stockbridge wanted some training after some of the poor defending from set pieces on Saturday, they're going to get it from this other team because these have been quality so far, these deliveries. And now Townsend will wait till everyone's in position. Rolls it out in front of him, Townsend, before sending it long here. He's looking for Rawson. He's going to tussle with the defender before it's headed away. Turner's looking to be the first onto it. It is Turner who's looking, just pushes his defender off him, gives it back to Lemon now. Lemon cuts inside before getting the crossfield ball to Bailey Baker, who allows it to roll in front of him before getting to the corner of the box. Goes wide here, looking for the right-hand side, trying to get a ball in. He's having a fight here with the defender, and the defender has won there before it rolls out to be a Steele's throw-in on the right-hand side. And it's Baker here who will have his throw-in. Throw-in goes short to Afebu. He's looking to shield his man. Back to Baker. Baker puts a cross in. It's a low one behind everyone. Back to Casco, takes a shot, but he's scuffed his shot, and that's going to be very simple for Cooper to take. That one, McCaskill really should have done better with that opportunity there. He was a bit behind him, in fairness, but you'd have hoped for a better connection than that. Ball going long from Cooper. And it goes all the way out to Murray, who heads it back now to Hogg. We've knocked it forward there, but only to be knocked away back there by Lemon, and it's just in the left wing position as McCaskill evades it and gets it back to Turner here really well. Good play from the Steels as Turner goes down the left wing, looks to get it on his right foot, does. The cross takes a deflection, and that allows Ossett to clear it, but they have sliced it a bit, and that allows Baker to get onto it. His touch is heavy, but that goes to a Fabo instead, who looks to find Baker on the right-hand side here. Fabo looks to keep him, but he's been given a bit of a shunt there by the defender, and it goes out for a goal kick. That is what you call good physical defending by the UA side. So it's 25 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0, and plenty has happened, but mostly off the pitch, including the sending off of the substitute, David Brown. And it's now going to go back for Cooper to take this goal kick here. He had to go all the way to the side to go fetch that ball. That's why it's taking a bit of a while for the goalkeeper to come back and take this. Here goes. Cooper sends it long here. Oh, headed on well by Peterson, but Murray knocks it away. Back to Gooden, who kicks back to Baker, who plays upfield. Fabu looks to knock it on, but he's been held all over there, and it's just going to be a bit like pinball at the moment. The ball for Steele's knock it long. McCaskill's looking to chase it, but Ossett get away, and then he gets on the next touch of McCaskill, knocks it off an Ossett man, but Ossett are able to clear that one away. Baker's looking to control it here. He does, passes it back to Murray. Murray will like to roll across him and behind him, and he's going to get it all the way back to Townsend. Townsend will take the touch before sending it long here. Rawson will look to head on. He heads on well. Faber's looking to get a beat his man here. Faber's trying to get into the box, but he gets a little shunt. It's still free there. The keeper to get onto it. Rawson caused problems, and now it's going to be Ossett who are on the ball and will be able to clear. I say clear. They've sliced the pass, and it goes out for a throw-in. Workshop have taken lead in their game. Liam Hughes has scored from the spot. Ball taken. Langton's going to try and switch it quickly to McCaskill, but intercepted well by Robson, who's cleared that one away. Lemon looks to try and get this one, pull this one out the sky, and eventually just knocks it away with some pressure from the defender. And Ossett have the ball back now anyway. And it's been blocked off by turn that pass forward, but they get it through the second attempt to the right winger, and it's going to be Steele trying to force him backwards. They do, and Rawson just need a bit more pace from Rawson to knock that. Ball going long. Elliot Murray's going to have to just knock that one away. It's going to go out for an Ossett throw in here. Very deep on the right wing. So Workshop taking that lead against Lincoln United there. Hi, Paul. No, Harry and Adam are behind the goal. It's one of the fans in our stand here who's the one who's, I believe, became the ire of the Ossett players. I know Adam does have previous with some of our the visiting players. Throwing goes in, headed on, and it's going to be Murray who heads it away. It's going to be another throwing about 10 yards away from the corner flag here. Pressure here from the away team. And here comes another throwing in here, headed on by Ossett. They're looking to win the second ball here. Tumbled and volleyed behind him and well over the goal. No threat from that shot in the end. No. So 28 minutes gone. It is 0-0 in this game so far. Ossett having come the closest to scoring. But right now, it's a bit of an even game with not too much happening ever since we had our little bit of chaos on the benches. Townsend sending it long. Rawson will look to win this header. He doesn't. He allows the Ossett man to get onto it, but Baker tries to win this ball in the middle, and Baker's just shoving around to try and get to it. Nothing given. Langton goes to Langton. Back to Lemon, who is charged down, is passing. The Steels are running towards their own goal here to defend. Oglesby's coming to save it there. He knocks it off an Ossett man, but it's still in play. I'd say still in play. It's gone out of play. Not Steele have a throw. Bit of a let off there. Lemon almost being caught out. What good defending from the Steels though to recover from that mistake and ensure that no chance were to happen, and they've got a throw in and possession back. So throwing down the line, I think that might have been a foul throwing as well, but not giving. Ossett have the ball back anyway. They clip it forward, headed on, and it's going to go into the box for Ossett in that corner, but they've just been forced out there, back to the right wing. Cross going in, but cleared by Langton. Rawson looking to hold it, as Ring says, but he knocks it on for McCaskill to try and fight for. And he's going to try and fight for it with the centre back, but it's going to be headed away from him. Rawson gets it. Rawson going to send it long for McCaskill to chase. It's a good pass, but it's a bit too far. Cooper gets it, but Cooper can only clear it to Turner. Turner looking to turn out of trouble, but he's giving it back to Ossett here, and Ossett will look to turn this into attack, but Baker does a great interception. Faber looking to turn here. But his pass forward blocked. It's just some poor passing from the Steels, letting them down at the moment. And now it's the Steel challenging, and Turner fouls his man there, and it's going to be Ossett's throwing, and there's some sarcastic cheers from the travelling supporters who aren't happy with the referee so far in this game. Yeah, it's just back. Cooper's just going to head up and now take this free. Interesting. Cooper's taking a keep very high up. I think Ossett going to plan to see if they can turn this free kick, which is in the centre circle, but in Ossett's own half, into an attacking move of sorts. It'll be interesting to see what they are planning from this. They're sending it towards the far side here, headed into the box over to South here, who tries to knock it in, but it's been stopped and cleared by the Steels. Afebu looking to control it, and it's causing some problems. McCaskill too, but going to spin out to Turner here, and Turner's going to carry it forward. Turner's looking for the pass for Afebu. Instead, he finds Baker on the right hand side. Baker just needs to find across. Afebu turns, he shoots, he's blocked, and then it's turned away by Ossett. McCaskill was looking to be goal poacher. Back to Baker here. Baker looking to beat his man. He does. He's going to put a good ball in here. Misses everyone. McCaskill can't control. Back to Turner here. Just needs to hit it. Turner hits it. Blocked again. And Ossett have got it out for the throw in. Steals here. Some great play there. Just can't get the final touch in the final shot on goal to get it in the back of the net. McCaskill has it near on the left hand side now. Back to Lemon, who tries to put a ball in. It's a weak one and easy to clear for Ossett. And Langton slices the block off, and it but only goes back to Oakes, who's going to head it back to Langton. Takes a touch, but it's going to be robbed of the ball by Ossett. Will look to launch a quicker tap, but Murray with a dangling foot blocks that away. Goodwin heads it on, then Turner heads it on back to Lemon, who will take it to feet and knock it forward to McCaskill, who's looking to turn his man, but instead he's forced back to Lemon, and Lemon's going to send it long to Rawson. Can't control it. Rawson goes back to the Ossett midfield here, who's feeding off some of these touches that Rawson doing at the moment. But some pressure from the Steels is keeping Ossett pending for now, but as they send it long, but it's going to go over the top. Baker is covering, and Baker will pass it back to Townsend. Townsend will take the touch before sending it long here. Yeah, Goodwin has it now and sends it long here. Of course, he's going to fight with South, but South is going to knock it on back to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to touch it through, and he can't, and then he's going to... I thought he may have committed a foul. He may have done one there, and Goodwin may get the thing. Ossett players immediately surrounding the referee. It was one of those lose the ball and lunge for it here, and we'll see what may happen to Goodwin. It's going to be a booking at the very least for the captain. We're just going to see, and the Ossett man is still down there. Ossett Refugio now heading on to do treatment, and the Ossett man, Ross Goodwin, being pulled away here. One of those that... Ooh, I'm not sure which way this one's going to go, in all honesty, at the moment. Could be either yellow or red, in all honesty. In non-league, sometimes you can get away with that sort of tackle. In the Premier League, you do not get away with that tackle. The referee, Louis Dawes, having a long tour there. Will be a yellow card there for Ross Goodwin for that tackle. I think fair decision there, and treatment will continue. And now the defender is back up, and game will return. And the game will resume with Paul Cooper set to take this free kick.
Yes.
We are just 33 minutes into this game. It is 0-0 still. Both sides having had some good chances now at this point. And now Cooper will boot this one long, and it's Goodwin who may have handballed that one there, and that's a dangerous free kick. And the Ossett players are trying to get a booking for Ross Goodwin right now to get him his second one. And that's what the Ossett fans are doing, but Ossett players and fans are joining in trying to do. I do wonder when the referee's just going to get sick of them surrounding him at every opportunity. So, it's going to be a free kick. It's one about 10 yards away from the corner of the box. Going to be taken by Christopher Dawson. And with how strong they've been from set pieces, this is definitely a dangerous one that the Steels will need to defend. Silly one to give away for Ross Goodwin. And Dawson will hit this one. He's going to hit it right-footed. Looking to get the far end. Townsend's going to come out, punches it. Still not a good punch. Murray gets another header away. And then it's another header away. And Rawson will continue with this. And this may turn into a counter-attack. Rawson with a bit of pace on him. Going to send it long for Afebu. Afebu just doesn't get the right first touch, but he's going to try and get it through, but he can't get hold of it. And blocks off. Turner sends it long in. And it's going to just bounce there to Cooper. Bit of an unlucky bounce there, but I think it's just Afebu's poor first touch, which let the attacking move down there. But good opportunity to try and take the counter there.
Yeah. Really?
Anyway, long thing from Cooper here.
A little bit.
Going to be headed on there. Townsend's going to look to get onto this first. He does. So it goes back for the goalkeeper to collect. Just saw that the Ossett bench are playing around with their substitutes board again. Not sure what they're planning, but Townsend's going to send it long. Rawson's looking to try and win this, but South is unmarked as he gets it away. Murray heads it back to Lemon, who looks it long, and that's just going to go back for Paul Cooper. In the end, it goes over the head of Coates. And Cooper will take his time here as there's a bit of quiet around Brackenmore. Sending it long, but headed backwards here by Stocksbridge, and it's going to be raced onto here by Dawson on the right-hand side now, Ossett. They've been forced backwards, though, at the moment. Back to Hargo, who's going to clip it forward, but headed away there by Murray, and it's just going back in the Ossett midfield here. Ossett looking to press it forward, clip it on here. And they're down the right wing at the moment. Ball going in, deflected out, going to be a corner kick, Ossett. Good play from the away side there as they look to be the team that takes the lead. A good goal here for the Steels to know about. Carlton Town have taken a 1-goal lead against Hebburn. Alex Howes, the scorer of that one. And now Stocksbridge will need to defend this corner. They've been quite poor from these corners against Shildon. They'll need to be better in this game. Here comes a lofted ball. Dangerous one to the 6-yard area. Headed and into Townsend's arms. Thought they were going to loop into the top corner then. Townsend's going to take it quickly. Looking to try and get it to a favour. It's McCaskill's going to try and challenge for it. Does get a head onto it, but it's just going to go back to Ossett here. They've only cleared it to Bailey Baker. Baker takes a touch, takes a shot to Langton, and he tried to get back to Baker, but he's been intercepted here. And then it's an easy, down there from Ossett. No free kick given. That would have been a dap one to give, and it's a pop back for Ossett, and they have to chase it back here. And it's going to be McCaskill going to try and rob Cooper, but Cooper clears it away first. Ossett passing it back all the way back. Murray's going to cover it there. Well, the ball goes long back to Townsend. And Townsend's going to take a touch. He's been charged by the defender. Townsend's going to take the shot to Lemon. Lemon's going to cut inside before sending it long. And Favour's going to see if he can get onto that, but South heads it away. And it's going to be good and challenging the midfielder Hogg here, who gets it forward. Hogg's appealing for the free kick. And Murray then, it goes to Murray, who heads it back to Townsend. Long ball here from Townsend, looking for Rawson. It's going to be headed backwards here by Ossett to Hogg, and now going to pass it all the way back to Cooper. Cooper's going to take his time before sending it long here. It's into that midfield now, and it's going to be challenged by Langton. It's all back way into the left back position here of Webster, sends it long. Murray hits him into the air, but Murray's not really where it's bounced, and it's gone to Walshaw, who's knocked it long. It's to the number 7. He's trying to lob the keeper, Townsend, and it's into the back of the net. Ossett have taken the lead here. It's Lipka who scored it. One of the Ossett players has gone down during that. They were appealing for the free kick there while they were doing it, but no matter what, Ossett have taken the lead. Maybe Ossett now will stop actually complaining about the referee, and they've got taken the lead. Some poor defending by Stockbridge, who've fallen asleep there, and now Ossett are ahead.
Yeah.
And the Steels will need to rally back, and this is where Stockbridge is struggling, just going behind in these games and not being able to get back.
Yeah.
And we're just having a very shocking because we have got one of the Ossett players who got injured in the build up to that goal.
Yeah.
So sorry about this. We're just having a slight delay in proceedings. There's going to be plenty of time here. Could you say the Ossett players are still complaining at the referee? They're 1-0 ahead, man. Not even celebrating. What is happening here? I mean, what is happening here? This is the referee's already said one. I don't know what has happened to Ossett, because we've seen them many times over the years, and they're good, under Ben and under Cole Oliver. They played good football and they were a good side. Really enjoyed watching them this time. Ossett it's like watching Pontefract all over again. It is frustrating to watch. because you don't want to lose to signs that just copy the Warnock way of just moan about everything. McCaskill here will get the game underway again, as the Steels will have to look to fight back and get back into this one. They're 1-0 down now. It will probably be a lot of added time here for the first half. Going longly for Ossett. Can I just say, the Ossett bench have immediately started complaining about something. It's becoming a bit of a joke at the moment. Here, as it's currently with Dawson, as they get it back here to Nelthorpe, who's going to pass it across their defence. Wilson trying to change down, but it's going to be feinted, and Ossett will knock it onto the right wing here, headed on, and it's going to go into the box now for Townsend to collect. Townsend is going to roll it out in front of him. Going long here, South will head it away into the midfield, and it's well turned by Dawson. Dawson going to go and slip it through here. Langton's covering, Langton's going to pass it back to Townsend, and he's going to send it long here. Rawson's going to look to challenge here, but it's going to be headed away now and going to be in the midfield before Ossett knocks forward. Has taken a slice, but it's going to their forward, Peterson, before Murray takes a foot in, and Turner's going to get it stuck in there as well. And it's going to cut to the middle, and that's going to be an Ossett free kick there for... I don't think it was a foul, but I think... But that's... This is what the Ossett team is now, unfortunately. It's a complaining, moaning team that make Pontefract look like honest player of the year. It's actually... it's sad to see a team be like this. So Ossett with a chance from a set piece here. Free kick going in, knocked away by Langton, but only back to Hogg, who tries to knock it in, but it's going to be headed away by McCaskill. It's just going to go back now to Dawson, who's been well robbed of the ball by Faber. And the Steels will look to turn this into a counter-attack. Faber, though, will pass it back to McCaskill. Well, McCaskill's going to try and put a long ball through. It's a bit hopeless, that one, really. Goodwin's trying to challenge. It's going to go back to Cooper, who can only just knock that one into Rose, dead away from an advancing Ross Goodwin. Baker will now come and take this throw-in. Baker's going to just try and find his option here. He's going to look for Goodwin, who tries to knock it back into the midfield, but it's a poor pass. It gives it right back to Ossett here, who will look to quickly turn this into attacks with Peterson now. Passing it back into midfield as they look to advance. It's going to go back to Peterson. Lovely play from Ossett. Look, this is what they're capable of when they're not just looking at the referee shouting at him. Back here for Dawson, who's looking to get the pass through. Going to get it onto the left wing here for Nelthorpe. Baker gets a tackle in and he goes out. It's going to be Stocksbridge's throw-in here. And now, and he's just suddenly, the argument is that Nelthorpe has suddenly, after not getting the throw in, clutched his face and gone to the ground. What? That is the Oscars, just to let you know, the Oscars on Sunday, and we've just heard there's a last-minute nomination, and Craig Nelthorpe just got it. Hi, Grant. Because that one is genuinely a bit embarrassing, that one. There's also a Chris Rock joke to be made there about the Oscars, but I don't think I can make it. Baker's going to throw it down long, but headed right out there by Walshaw. Baker throws it right down here to Townsend. Townsend going to send it long here. He's looking for a favour, headed away there. But it's going to go into the midfield. Ossett's just knocking it long away, though. And it's going to go out to play here. We should be expecting how much added time we're going to get any minute now. As Baker knocks it long, headed back away. Faber trying to get onto it, but cleared away by Ossett. The Ossett defence has been rock solid. You can't fault the Ossett defence one bit, especially since South got there in the defence. They're not winning anything in the air. I think they'll have to try and use pace, where pace has caused some problems for them. Baker throws it down the line here to Rawson, but it's been knocked out of play here by them. It's going to be a throw. Steels trying to end the game with a bit of possession and a bit of attacking prowess to try and see what they can do. Baker throws it down the line. Rawson gets it to knee, but cleared away by Ossett, headed on. on, and it looks like Ossett could be at it 5 minutes at a time, which seems fair enough considering the stoppage we had for that recording. But Ossett may be the one to make the most of it because it's Robson who's bearing forward. Robson's going to knock it long, and it's going to be covered here by Stocksbridge, who are going to try and allow this to go out for a goal kick. It hasn't, and it's a bit maybe a poor mistake there, but Stocksbridge have now tackled and cleared it away. Ossett, they're going to head it right back into that area. Townsend looks not very happy with his defence as it flicked on here to Nailthorpe. Nailthorpe's a really good quality crossing, but Langton's headed to read it and head it away, throwing to the Sheepycorns here on the left-hand side. Throwing out, going to the back here. Yeah, and he's trying to beat his man, but well cut out. Goodwin's going to take the touch, and he's going to send it long, looking here for McCaskill, but it's been a bit of a coming together between the two players, and it's going to go back to Cooper now, who sends it long, and Lang's going to get it, slices the ball there, but only Murray who's going to get it to the left-hand side. Lemon's trying to chase it down to make sure it doesn't go out of play, does keep it in. He's going to send it long here, and McCaskill to get the beat of him, man, he does here. McCaskill here, looking to turn his man. He's going to trying to get it, looking to get it on his right. Takes the pass here. Turner opens up his body. He's been closed off from the shot. Forced leftward. Back to McCaskill here. McCaskill looking to try and beat his man. Get down to the byline. Trying to put a ball across. It's a weak one. The shot comes in. And it's in the goal corner. It's Ross Goodwin here. The cross didn't have much power on it, but Goodwin was able to get on the end. And Goodwin gets his second goal in 3 games. It's 1-1 here, and it's Ross Goodwin, the captain, with the goal. So it wasn't the cleanest of goals. I don't think Ross Goodwin scores pretty goals this season, at least. But look, at the end of the day, it is in the back of the net, and they always say getting a goal before the end of the half is the best time to get a goal. Well. And it's some good football from the Steels to have achieved that as well. Nelthorpe there with some choice language. If you heard that, do apologise. Ball going on. Ossett tried to put the ball forward, but Oglesby's able to clear that one away. Goes right back there to Baker, who takes the touch. Baker sending it long. Rawson's going to chase that. Cooper's come out to his box to get it, and he can only knock it right out for a throw in, and the Steels are now going to go for it to see if they can try and get the goal there beforehand. Baker, so the Steels ending this half with all the momentum at the moment. Baker trying to send it down to Rawson. Goodwin's actually going to head it on, and I think Goodwin's let Rawson down there actually because it's going to go out for the goal kick. So it's back with Cooper now. Who is going to take his time before sending it long here. Headed on here by Ossett and get the second one, but Lemon gets a bit onto it. Langton heads it away, but only back into the Ossett midfield. Steele's not winning the aerial game at all in this one. I think they need to get it down a bit more on the deck. They show that if they do that, Ossett are vulnerable at the back. Wakefield have taken a 1-0 lead in their game. Baker just sending it on to Goodwin, who just on chance he heads it on. Roshan shoved his man down there, and that is definitely a free kick, that one. It's interesting, the one they're complaining the least about. It's going to be a free kick, and they're going to. This is with Ossett's strength in physicality. This is going to be a big one. Big ball they're going to send up. Yes, we are. By the way, the game is being filmed. We will have highlights over this one. Ball goes in, headed away by Langton. Ossett still trying to press it in, but Baker heads on. Turner gets the first touch on. Could be a counter attack on here, but Turner's been down here, and it's going to be a free kick for the Steels. And I'm just trying to see which player that was. If it's one of the ones they're booking, I think it's Nelthorpe who's quickly running away from the referee. But that should be a booking for stopping a counter attack, in my opinion. I think he might get away with that one, Nelthorpe. And no, actually, yes, the referee is actually, I think. Yeah, the Nelthorpe is somehow going to get away with that. And it definitely should have been a booking for stopping a counter attack. Ball goes long, headed on into the field. McCaskill takes a touch, looking to get the ball out of his feet, cuts inside and being pushed off the ball. Appeals for a penalty, definitely not one. Go back now to Lemon, and Lemon's going to try and charge down that left-hand side. Here he goes down the left, trying to get to the byline, puts a ball in, but it's just going to go to Cooper at the near post. He's playing that well. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, it's been an interesting one. The main drama became before any of the goals when David Brown, one of the Ossett United substitutes, was sent off for dissent. And in a game that has been characterised by shouting, complaining, and the referee getting in both ears, it was Ossett who took the lead while they were complaining to the referee, when the one person who wasn't paying attention, Janice Lipka, was able to lob Ben Townsend in goal. The Steels were able to fight back, and before the end of the first half, Ross Goodwin turned in from close range to make it 1-1. There is a lot to go in this game. It'll be interesting to see if we end with 22 men on the pitch as well. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome back here to Bracken Moor for this Northern Premier League East fixture between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. Ossett preparing a substitution. We'll let you know about that in a second. So I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator today. It is 1-1. Goals from Janusz Lipka for Ossett and then Ross Goodwin for Stocksbridge Park Steels in what has been a feisty game, I think, to say the least. We're hoping that the Steels will be able to make the most and try and get on here. So there will be a substitution. It looks like Harry Gagan's coming on for Craig Nelthorpe. Is going to be the substitution for Ossett. Gagan is a natural defender, normally on the right hand side, Gagan, so it'll be interesting to see how that lines up. So we are just preparing. Teams are out and ready to go. We just need the substitution to take place first, with Nelthorpe going off for Harry Gagan. So that's 2 substitutions for Ossett, and we're only just getting past the halfway mark. Will be interesting to see how that impact, whether Grant Black will be vindicated for these early substitutions, or if it's going to be something that we're going to be looking back and criticising him for after the match, or the Ossett fans anyway. So we are ready. Curtis Turner standing over the ball here, ready to get this game underway. Lewis Dawson just setting his watch right to make sure he got his right timings. Doing his final few checks. Had a tough first half to deal with, lots of issues for him to have to tackle. Let's see if it makes it easier for him in the second half. And here we go. So the second half has begun. So Stocksbridge Park Steels start the game off wearing their yellow shirts, blue shorts, and blue socks from right to left, while Ossett are in the all burgundy kit, kicking from left to right. The teams are as follows. So Stocksbridge have Ben Townsend in net. There's Bailey Ty Baker, Jordan Lemon, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby, Elliot Murray, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Lewis McCaskill, and if you're Fabu, the bench is Keegan Townrow, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Wood, Thomas Poole, and Andy Ring. Ossett United's team is Paul Cooper in net, Derry Robson, Harry Gagan the substitute, Luke Hogg, Brandon Webster, Harry Coates, Janice Lipka, Christopher Dawson, Alex Peterson, Danny South, and James Walshaw. It's been fought for now. We've gone into an attacking position on the right hand side, still with Ossett in the attack position. It's not been cleared. It's in the back of there. Ossett have taken an early lead in the second half. Awful defending from Stocksbridge, and Ossett are now 2-1 up. And it's Christopher Dawson who just ran through everyone, and Ossett are back in the lead almost as soon as we go. So that late equaliser was kind of pointless now for Stocksbridge. Now they'll have to fight back again completely in the first half. Just terrible defending there from Stocksbridge. Chris Dawson, who's one of the standout players in the first half, just waltzing through everyone like they're not there. Stocksbridge need to absolutely wake up now, and they need 2 goals because a win is crucial at this stage of the season if they want to be in the playoffs. Because at the moment, this run of form is becoming quite poor. And Ossett will clear this one now to Stocksbridge, punt the ball forward. Langton's going to look to win this header, but he doesn't. Peterson knocks it on. Baker will get it to Pete, and he's going to send it for a Fabu to chase on the right-hand side. It's there Webster who will get it, though, and he knocks it off a Fabu to earn the throw-in. And it's going to be for their foot. I believe it's for Webster to take this throw-in. Just very disappointing defending from the Steels there. Throwing down the line for it's going to be covered there by Langton, who's going to take a touch before knock it off the Ossett man and earning a throw-in for the Steels this time. Steels will want to look to get a quick reply here to try and just get back into this one after running down the line, not back there to Baker, who's going to knock it long. A Faber who's looking to beat his man. He has got the beating of his man there, trying to get past him again, though, as he recovers well, and Ossett have tackled it and cleared it. Only back to Langton here. Langton getting back to Baker. Baker's been forced backwards, turns his man really well before it's been booted out of the field by Ossett, throwing for the steals here again. Throwing down the line, back in the line and cleared by Ossett again. It's going to Ossett do well. They tried to keep it in there. But it's going to bounce out. It's going to be another Stocksbridge throw. So Stocksbridge can't get it out of this right hand kind of the pitch. Then Baker throw it down the line. It's in the midfield. Turner trying to get out of it here. Back to Langton. Langton's going to get it cross field here to Lemon. Lemon heads it past his man, but no one's really there to collect it. And Ossett able to clear. Ossett heads it away, and Langton will pass it back to Elliot Murray. Murray takes a touch. Pass it forward here to Baker. Baker's going to send it long over the top, but South deals with that very easily. Big boot away from him. Oglesby fights for it. It's just going to spin away. And I think Lemon just misjudged that, and it's allowing Robson there to have a run at goal. Robson's going to lay out to the right-hand side, but the Ossett attacker there, I think it's Peterson's having to leave that because he was in an offside position. Ball goes long, headed away by Danny South, and Goodwin will intercept that header, and that only goes out for an Ossett throw-in on the halfway line. 49 minutes gone. Ossett leading 2-1 after getting an immediate goal in the second half. Steele's poor form has them on the verge of dropping out of the playoffs, only staying in on by virtue of goal difference at the moment. Ball cleared up here. South heads it away. Peeling for a free kick. Ossett. We've taken 4 minutes before the complaining started. Apparently, McCaskill can cut a foul on Danny South somehow. And it's going to be a throw in here for Steeles. Yeah. As being headed out by Gagan. And it's going to be Lemon here, who's going to find Baker in an acre of space on the opposite side. Baker takes touch. Baker's going to take the shot, and it's well over. Can't blame Baker for having the attempt. He hasn't scored in a few years ago. His last goal was in 2021 for Spalding United. And he's not added to it there. Oh, going to go back here now for Cooper to take, who will take his time with this one.
Yeah.
Cooper sending it long, headed on by Ossett. And it's Oglesby who's going to get to it first. Behind him back out Townsend. It's a bit of a hospital pass by Oglesby, and Townsend can only boot that one out to the ground and for a throw-in. Just this team's gone very shaky, this Steel side, compared to how solid they were, both physically in the pitch and then mentally in these sort of situations. It just seems to be a bit rattled over the last month. And it's going to be a throwing for Ossett to try and see if they can extend this lead. Throwing going into the box. Ossett take the touch, but Steele's clear away, but only still in the box. But second time they are able to get away. Back to South, who going to head it right back into the area. Yeah, big strong header from him. It's on the right wing now with Dawson, who's looking to see if he can do the same thing again. He's been forced out this time, forced to take the pass out, and ball going in, but cleared away, but not very far. Hogg gets a chance to chip this ball back in. Townsend punches it out, and Rawson, who's come very deep, is going to try and start the counter attack here. And here comes the counter because it's Turner charging forward. He's got a Fabu and Gaskell as options. He's got Baker. He's going to lay out for a Fabu. Appeals for offside, not given. A Fabu here. Got an option back. Here comes the ball back to Baker, who slices the ball. It's a poor one, really. And Southampton, but only back to Turner. Turner takes a shot. I think it's deflected a bit there. And it is going to be a corner kick. Good counter attack. Better football from the Steels here. So Steels with their first corner of the game, actually. This is a bit surprising. It's taken this long. Turner heading over to take it, as he has been doing so while Poole has been off the pitch. And it's going to... It's a chance for the Steels to try and do it. Here comes Turner's corner in, but it's simple for Hogg to head out. Baker can't get a full touch onto it, but he is going to keep it in. Pass it back to Townsend, who's going to slice the ball through there. It can go to Ossett, but he sliced clear. It's Murray who recovers it. Murray's touch is not great. It's Lemon who comes back, and he's going to knock that one out. It's a good pass to McCaskill in the end. McCaskill rolling out to a challenge. Got 2 men round him. Ossett got it. As immediately Alex Peterson just claims that's a foul. This is all you hear from this Ossett team. That's a foul. That's a foul. That's a foul. You can be some... Go to McCaskill, who's looking to get the beat on his man, but it's been well won there by Coates, who clears it away. And Langton stops it. Langton touches it away. Hey, and there's another appeal for a high foot. This is just... Oh, I don't know even what to describe it at this point. As it goes back to Murray here, who's going to pass it back to Townsend. Slices the ball there a bit, Townsend. It's really struggling with his distribution, but he's been saved there by Turner. Baker's not great. It's just a very rocky Steels team at the moment. And as Ossett are able to head it back here, and Langton heads it back, and it's just going to be a bit of head tennis, it seems, at the moment. Not a game Steel's going to get into, and that's why, because Langton just heads it right out of play. Carlton Town have taken a 2-goal lead over Hebburn. Niall Davey scoring the latest, so that's a shock result on the cards there in the playoffs. Ball down the line here from Ossett. It's immediately headed back out by the Steels. Here comes another throw. Another big throw going into the box. I think it's just going to be through Steele actually asleep because they were trying to play it back into the byline, but none of the Ossett attackers were aware of it either. The way everyone had stopped, it felt like someone had given a foul, but hadn't. If Abu's on it now, trying to worm his way through defenders. He does, and he gets it through to Turner. Turner's looking for the pass to McCaskill. McCaskill just trying to get it under his feet. Cuts inside really well. And here comes, he gets a bit of a chip onto him there, and no free kick given. I think can understand that one. Why? Back with Lemon now on the left-hand side. Lemon cuts it across here to Baker. Baker getting more and more involved in this one. Baker's going to take the step forward. He's advancing into the box. Evades one man, just needs to put the ball across Baker, but I think he's been forced out physical football by Ossett. And Ossett have just earned the free kick there. So it's back there for Paul Cooper to take. And Cooper here will try and get this one away. So we are in the 55th minute here. It's 2-1 to Ossett. Steele's looking to get back into this one. Headed on here, and it's going to go back to Lemon, who's going to cover well. He's trying to turn this into attack. Knocks the ball forward from McCaskill. Back to goal here. McCaskill, as he's being surrounded by men and being robbed of the ball here. McCaskill immediately trying to get back into it here. Eventually, Ossett goes over. And there's a bit of coming together here. As a few of the Ossett players immediately go after Lewis McCaskill. The referee really needs to step in here to stop something more happening, because the Ossett players are just looking for anything to make a foul out of. It is. This is just honestly. I mean, we'll see what the referee does with this if he makes any sort of booking decision here. It looks like Lewis McCaskill's the one who's going to get punished, because it turns out if you get mobbed around, you get a yellow card. Yep, Lewis McCaskill gets a yellow card. The Ossett players have won a yellow card there for the opposition player. It's just, as Danny South calls Lewis McCaskill a rat there, just so in case you didn't hear that one. It's just sad. I don't know what else to say on that one. Dawson here is going to have the free kick about 5 yards into the half. We're just taking some time for this free kick to be set up. Ossett have thrown most of their players forward. The only 3 players back that aren't involved are 2 of their defenders and Cooper, the goalkeeper. Just waiting for it to actually happen. This free kick here, whistle goes. Here comes Dawson's free kick. Dawson has been a quality player throughout the entire game. Headed on in this almost with the second touch. Stocksbridge do clear it, not very way. Ossett headed back into that danger area. The offside flag is up there. And it's going to go back to Townsend to take this. Barnsley have taken a 3-1 lead over Portsmouth. Devante Cole scoring their latest one. The goalkeeper here will look to send, looking like he's going to try and send this one long. Townsend sending it long, looking for Rawson here, but going to be head away by South. Everything in head, and it could be that Ossett can launch onto it, but Murray's covered well. Murray is going to just have to get onto Baker. Baker's going to knock it off the Ossett man, and he's going to be throwing. So it's back. Throwing here from Baker going down the line, and Rawson looks to knock it on, and it's just going to go out to play. Going to go right back to Ossett here. 58 minutes gone in this game. It is 2-1 to Ossett United. Ball going down, headed on, and it's going to be Peterson who gets it on the left wing. Passes it back here to Robson, whose shot's blocked off, but it's going to be Ossett who get that ball back. They are the first on to the second ball to Ossett. This is the thing, Ossett, actually, when they play football, are really good. They play football really well. It's nice physical football. It's just the complaining and moaning that I get frustrated about at the moment. And I want to see if this continues, because it did look like there for a second that he went to the corner flag to time waste in the 58th minute, which is a choice, to say the least. And the one that the Seals will need to beat. And they are taking every second here to take this throw in, which means I've got to blabber on a bit pointlessly to fill the airways. So here comes the throw in. It's very high throw in. It's definitely not flat. Stocksbridge haven't cleared it, but they do clear it now. Turnover, the big clearance. Look, Rawson needs to control it, but he can't hold it, Rawson. And it goes back to Baker, who just slices it out. And the Steels are getting a bit frustrated here because they're just allowing Ossett to play their game at the moment and have control of the possession and take as much time as they need with it. Headed away here, that throw in by Langton. It goes to a Fabu. Back here into midfield as they block off an Ossett man, but it doesn't go out like they wanted it to. Here, Fabu trying to worm his way through players, and he's going to get through a few before going down. Ends up having to do a bit of somersault as he goes down, and it's going to be a free kick. Just notice that Ossett, while that happened, kicked the ball out of over the fence there. Referee has not noticed that. Looks like the Steels are preparing to substitute. Thomas Poole looking like he's going to make his return here as the ball is just heading out for another Steels throw-in on the edge of the area. Baker here will have it. He's got back to Baker. Baker trying to use some pace, puts the ball in, blocked off, and it's going to go out for another throw-in in a near identical position. See, he's got no options at the moment, Baker. He needs some. One does come out to him. Goodwin comes out to him. Back with Baker. It's going to trying to get a bit man. He's going to get blocked off. It's going to be a throw-in right next to the corner flag here for the Steels. Here comes another throw-in taken to Fabu, who's got two men immediately around him, and Ossett are going to carry the ball around. It's going to be a throw-in Ossett's way. Steels can't make the most of being up in an advanced position, but what they'll look to do is try and pen it back, because Ossett are now taking every moment. The time wasting, I think we can say, has officially begun. With about 30 minutes to go. We're in for a long night here at Brackenmore, I'm telling you now. One goes down the line and Steels get the first touch onto it, but Ossett are going to win the ball back as they're forced backwards. They now pulled it out of the way here, but it's the header being won away at Oglesby. Just goes back to midfield, unchallenged in midfield. Appeals as Goodwin goes close to the ball, and the ball may go through and break for Ossett here, but Oglesby's raced onto it. Oglesby with a surprising turn of pace. He's cleared it away here, and it's Gagan tries to go in first, but it's going to go out. A little shove of McCaskill in it. Actually, surprisingly, McCaskill must have took a bit of a touch onto it because it is going to be Ossett's throw in here. Gagan here will have the throw in. As once again, we wait about 8 minutes for it to happen. Here it goes down the line here to Peterson. Back to Gagan, who's going to put a cross in. It's a good-looking cross. Bounces once, and Steels haven't cleared it, but then Baker is able to knock it away. Fabu's now trying to hold it up. He's forced headed out, but he's been dispossessed, and Ossett going to try and turn this into attack immediately. It's good player, good cross looking for the far post. Going to be headed back to his own goal by Jordan Lemon. Dangerous play, but it worked out well for the Steels in this occasion. And just as Townsend tried to quickly distribute, an Ossett player blocks his path off. Townsend quickly rolls it out to Baker. Baker's going to clip it over the top now, looking for the run now. So he can't just get it under his feet there. It's just disappointing there for the Steels because it was a good idea that looked like it was going to get executed until that final touch. Ossett's going to clear it away, but that's going to be cleared a bit weakly, and you're going to go back to Townsend. Been 2 goals in the Chesterfield-Southend game. Chesterfield took a 2-goal lead through Ryan Colclough, but Southend immediately got one back through Harry Cardwell. Townsend is looking to get out, so sending it long. It's been sliced a bit, and it's going to be Lewis Casco's looking to get onto it, taking the touch Bounce favours right. McCaskill gets to run at the defence here. Looks to cut inside and head the foul there on the edge, towards the edge of the box, and that's going to be a free kick 20 yards out here. And we just waited to see if there'll be a booking for that one. I'd have expected to be so, but it looks like the referee has decided that that's not going to happen. And that's Luke, the substitution for Stocksbridge. It's Luke Rawson heading off. Thomas Poole replacing him, so Poole will likely be taking the centre forward role for the rest of the game. And we'll see if Vic Turner's decided what's his free kick, but Thomas Poole, if I know him, will be looking to grab that ball off it to take it himself. It's in a very similar instance to the goal he scored against Goldcar. And he has taken that free kick off Curtis Turner. Surprised no yellow card was given for that foul. And the ball being forced backwards here as well. He tried to take a few yards, the Ossett defence. So big opportunity for the Steels here. Cooper has left noticeably a large side to his right-hand side, quite empty. So good when you can see he's ready to follow it in as Owen shouts. Comes Poole's on. Oh, just wide! Or very close from Thomas Poole. His first action in the game is to almost score his first touch. Do apologise if you hear some of that foul language. It is the managerial team of Ossett use some industrial language from time to time to instruct their team. And I'm very glad I'm not regulated by Ofcom. As Cooper prepares to take this goal kick. Cooper sending it long here, headed on by Peterson, and it looks like it's going to be caught, but he just can't get it caught under his feet, Ossett, and it's going to go out for a Ossett throw-in. And they're looking to take it quickly, and they may have caught out the Steel defence because they got immediate on the right wing with some space. Steels are alive to it now, and they've just knocked it off the Steel defender and earned a throw-in here right next to the corner flag. So it's 65 minutes into this game. It is 2 on Ossett, but Steel's looking to get improving this game so far since conceding very early into the second half. Just such a daft one to concede so early on. Throwing goes to the edge of the box, pass back, and Steel's get immediately onto it, knocked out. It's going to be another throw into Ossett, unfortunately. Steel's just can't manage to keep it in. And now Ossett will take their time with this throw-in. I am wondering how much added time the referee's going to add on for this one, because they are time wasting already and taking the longest time possible. They needed one of their coaches to go get them the ball there. That was about 2 yards away from the throw. So just wait. Here comes the throw in. It goes in. Long one into the box. It's headed on into the 6-yard area. Steels and cleared. Here comes one across the kick target. It's somehow not in. Steels get a lead off. Stocksbridge will need to be much better from that sort of thing if they don't want to go 3-1 down, because with the way Ossett are playing, I don't think there's a way back if we go 3-1 down to them. Back for Townsend to take this one now. So here comes a long thing from Townsend. Turner's going to look for it, but it's been headed behind by Coates. Peels for a free kick for Ossett. Not given. They clip nearly for Caskell. That's not given either. As the ball goes out for a throw-in here on the halfway line to Ossett. And Gagan here is going to take about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, I think 8. Throwing down the line, headed back. Sorry, he's going behind him there, but the clearances just have been very poor from Stocksbridge today. They're just heaping pressure onto themselves at times. Right. And now they have to defend another long throw, where Ossett have used very well. Throwing goes into the box, headed on, but to the edge of the area, blocked, gone to the right hand side. Ball gonna be, it's a good looking ball, and Ossett can't get their head over the top of it. Going to bounce out for a goal kick here. Townsend rushing over to take this one quickly. Take Townsend jogging back, going to get this out as soon as he can. Here it goes, sent long here. And it's just going to be immediately headed away by Danny South. There isn't, with Rawson off the pitch, there's no real aerial thing anymore. So I think more on the ground from Stocksbridge in this half. As that one's been closed down, it's going to be I think that was a throw-in first, actually bounced off the fence before going out that area. Stocksbridge need to get out their own half at the moment because Ossett have penned them in very well so far. We're interested to see if we see the likes of Charlie Wood or Alex O'Connor brought on to try and unlock this game for the Steels in some way. Throwing down line, bounces over to the back. Controlled by an arm of Ossett, not given. And the ball goes down the line, and Ossett trying to break the side, and then it's going to go out for a throw-in to Ossett. About 5 yards from the corner flag here for Ossett as they continue to pile pressure on in this game. This time just the short one, back to the winger and onto the edge of the area. Ossett trying to pass around this corner here, ball and going in and then cleared away by Stocksbridge, but the header's going to go right back into the area. And Ossett get it, they just need to turn here, but instead they're going to pass it back. Steele's closed down to prevent the shot, and they're going to pass it here to Gagan on the right side. Ball goes in and sliced away by Stocksbridge. Gagan's going to put another header back in, and Stocksbridge aren't getting away yet, but Caskill's fighting to get away, and it's Goodwin who gets the next touch, and he's going to go for a throw-in now. And it's going to be about 15 yards away from the corner of the box here. Long throw going in here for Ossett. Headed back on and then cleared away. Hey, it's going to be Coates who headed it right back and it's going to be chased onto it before it goes out for a goal kick. A bit too much for Ossett to get onto. Steels do need to do whatever they can just to get this ball out of their own area. And now Townsend will send this long. I think they're looking for Goodwin here. Goodwin having a good fight with, but it's going to be headed away by Coates, and it's going to Baker, who takes a touch. Baker's been challenged all the way, sends it through to a Fabu, but Fabu just slips over there, and back with Baker there now. Langton clears. This sends it long. McCaskill going to chase it here. Just always in the air, but now it goes Poole, chests it down, heads it beyond, and he gets fouled, and it's another free kick here to the Steels from about 30 yards out, and this time the yellow card is coming out, despite Harry Gagan's protestations. And we just wait to see where the yellow has been given that. Referee having a chat with it. And there is the yellow card there for Harry Coates for that one. Don't think Poole's going to try the shot from this one. It looks like he's going to try and see if he can just put the ball into the box. Coates is covering that far corner at the moment, so maybe trying to tease Poole into taking the shot. He's already taken one that's been about just a few inches away. So we'll see what happens here. Here comes Poole's free kick. He's going to try and curl it in. It's a good looking one, but it's been headed away by Ossett. And Ossett, the first onto it's Derry Robson, but it's well done, won by Oglesby, who tries to play it in. Right, it's Murray now who passes it to the right hand side, but Faber is just not aware of it, and that allows Ossett to clear and relieve the pressure. But it's Townsend who comes onto it. He's going to send it long, and it's going to stay in. Actually, I'm surprised it stayed in there. South heads it away though at the moment, and it's now going to be Baker tries to head it back in, and just Fabu not being alive to it, just let that attack that looked quite promising down. And it's going to go back to Townsend. Townsend is taking the touch. And I think he's now going to try and get it cross field, looking for Lemon, who tries to keep it in, but it's so poor. Townsend's let Lemon down there. He admits that one as well. And it's just, this is a very different Stocksbridge side to the one we saw for the rest of the season when we were on that fantastic running form. It's one that looks to have dropped in confidence somewhat. Down the line from Gagan, it's going to be headed on, and it's Ossett who are going to win out here, and Ossett have a chance to get it ball into the box. They're going to build into the box, goes over in the box, and the referee is going to dismiss that one. Big quick flick throwing Titten to Turner. They're going to try and turn this into counter. Take quickly to a Fabu. Touch is not great from a Fabu. Back here for Baker, whose password's been blocked, and it's going to be a throw. So it's going to be down. Stocksbridge take the throw in quickly. Pulls force backwards, back to a Fabu. Now back to Baker. Ossett's defence looking solid. Now Langton has it. Fabu now touching. It's going to be 1-2 looking here for Castle. It's a poor pass, and Steele's just being let down by repeatedly poor play at the moment. Who like our ball boys running very, very quickly to make sure that the Ossett get the ball back. because we haven't got too much left in this game now. We are 72 minutes in so far, as that throw just dances through everyone, but Murray then ends up just having to boot it out of play. And it's going to be a throw. Going to be another throw on that left-hand side here for Webster to take. Webster throwing it down the line here, and on and back, and it's going to be Ossett. We won't get it in the left wing position at the moment. Looking to get the beat on the man, but Steels do get a tackle in. It's going to be a throw in there on the left-hand side. This is where Ossett want to keep the ball at the moment. And Ossett will continue to put a bit of trying to get a bit of pressure on and keep the ball up here and limit the amount of time Stockbridge have to have their own attacks. Throwing, going in, headed on, and it's going to be out for a goal kick. Peels for a corner from Ossett. Not going to quickly taking goal kick here, and Lemon's going to now rush forward. Takes a short pass here to McCaskill. McCaskill looking to turn his man. He does. Takes a short pass to Langton. Not a great one, but Langton managed to push it away, but then eventually is robbed by Hogg. The ball. Ossett will look to Belby it now. But we do need more passing on the floor, just even that's not been great in this game, especially in the second half. And Ossett, and there's appeals for a free kick. Not given. And eventually, an Ossett player falls over on his own, grabs the ball and gets a free kick. I mean, it's just, what do you say to things like that? Anyway, Ossett will have the free kick here. And we'll see what they can do from their big physical side at the moment. We'll look to do what they can. So Ossett with the free kick here. Inside the centre circle, they've sent money them in forward. Long ball going in, headed on by Ossett. Stocksbridge do clear, but it is just going to go out for another throw in here on the right-hand side. Yep. And it's just going to be a slow walk up from Gagan to take this throw in. So it's taking his time. Here comes a long throw into the box, headed away by the Steels. Hogg takes the touch back in, and they're going to be chested down. It's a good ball in there, but Murray heads it away. Still with Ossett now. They're still putting the pressure on. Gagan puts another good ball in, and he's headed across the goalkeeper. It's 3-1. Ossett. Ossett rotate through on the night. Most likely going to be the win for them. Good job. They've been moaning, not the only they do. You didn't see the goal scoring. They took out Ben Townsend as it happened. And it's Walshaw, the one who scored there for Ossett. Ben Townsend back up to his feet now, and the Steels now looking like they're going to be losing yet again. Barring a miracle in the last part of this game. Just waiting a bit longer now. Just Ossett taking the time to go back up here. And the Steels looking like they are going to be slipping to a loss here. Here come the Steels back. Langton going to send it immediately long, but that is just very poor. It's just going to go back to Cooper. That is just a kick of frustration from Mitch Langton here. And Cooper will pick this one up now. And Cooper just taking his time with it here. I mean, we'll wait to see if the referee decides, and Cooper sends it long, and Turner wins, and it's just going to go out here for another Ossett throw, and the Steels just not communicating to each other, and it's just letting them their defence down here and adding extra pressure that Ossett will chuck onto them. We'll see if Ian Richards will throw a few dice onto the pitch to try and see if he can get back into it. And they are taking their time with this one now. Throwing going short here. Ossett back to, and before being crossed into the box. Knocked down before being cleared away by the Steels. South is going to head that one back away. Hey, and it's going to just bundle through. Ossett just getting everything right for them at the moment. Yeah. Has gone to Robson. Robson's going to knock it right to Gagan. Gagan just takes a touch. Gagan's putting a low cross in, but being blocked off by Turner. to McCaskill. McCaskill looking to turn his man. Going to get past his man there, Lewis McCaskill, before South blocks off the pass. And Steele's looking to get to it quickly, but Grant Black is blocking it. Grant Black is his shoulder barge in the thing, and now it should be Black being sent off, really. He gets a booking. That is just amateurish behaviour. That is, even a Sunday League would be embarrassed by that one. Jordan Lemon will take the throw in. He takes quite a few more yards than he probably should. Gets to McCaskill, follows it back to Turner, who takes it under his foot. But tries to roll out, or a couple of challenges there. Turner rolls out a few more challenges, eventually does succumb. Oh, gets Ossett have it now. Ow. Lemon tackles him and gets it away to Baker on that right-hand side. Now Baker is going to push forward and get it to a Faber, but it's just off target. But it goes back to Baker immediately. Yeah. Baker gets it to Langton. Langton is just caught it under his feet, but he gets it through now. Now, to the right-hand side now. It goes back here into the middle for Langton. Langton's trying to clip through here. It's a good pass here. Turner on the right. He's got options in the middle. Back to Bacon. The cross is going. It's a very high-looking cross. Headed on. It's going to be a test for Cooper, who claims it and falls to the ground immediately. Cooper taking his time. You can't be surprised. You can't blame him for it either. We are now in the 79th minute of this game. It is 3-1 to Ossett United. Cooper roll it. Picked it out. In control well there by Peterson. Slips onto the right-hand side, but well covered by Murray. Kicks out and and this could be a chance for the counter. Lemon here. Carrying forward. He's got space to run into, so going to try and chip it over for McCaskill to chase. I think McCaskill's giving up on that, but maybe shouldn't have, because Cooper was just on the edge of the area as he cleared it. Throwing it for the Seal. The chance for the Steels to try and get one back. See if something dramatic could be on the cards. There was something dramatic the last time that the Steels faced the Grant Black side in professional outcome, because the Steels did come back from being 3-1 down to 4-3 against that Belper side. The last home game before the pandemic finished things in 2020. And that's the 2020-21 season. And as it was Poole trying to dance through there, but he's been blocked off. Baker has it, passes it back to Murray. Not the best pass back, but he takes it under control. And his pass has been blocked, and it's going to be a throw in here on that right-hand side here. Yeah. As the Seals prepare to make a double substitution, Alex O'Connor and Charlie Wood being the men who are going to be chucked on to see if they can create a miracle for the Steels here. Langton is going to clip it along through here to Poole. Poole takes a touch, kicks it to a Fabu, but the offside flag is up. It's a narrow decision. It did go in the back of the net in the end, but the offside flag is up. I mean, that was one of those inch-tight decisions where, from this position, you can't really tell. Cooper here going to send this one. Well, need to moan a bit more. Need to moan a bit more. So get down to Cooper, who will take his time here. Cooper going to send it long. Murray tries to get handed. We're going to go to Peterson, who going to take the touch, tries to get into the midfield, but it's a poor pass. Lemon pass it out, and this could be the counter-attack available here for Turner, whose tap pass is poor, and he allows Gagan to intercept. Turns into an Ossett attack almost immediately with Dawson. Dawson will get it onto the left wing here. Yep. Cuts inside. And Ossett will take the time. They can take the time. It's a great pass here to the right-hand side. Chance for 4-1. It's took a deflection, that one. As it's going to be a corner kick Ossett, and the Steels fall asleep in the defence once again. Wood and O'Connor continue to wait to get their chance to come on. And it's time here for Dawson, who's going to go over to take this corner. "82 minutes gone, 3-1 to Ossett at the moment. Corner going in. It's going to be in the 6-yard area, and eventually falls to Townsend. It was a melee in there. Didn't really see what was going off. Townsend takes the shot. We're going to roll it out. Tries to roll it out quickly, but it's going to be immediately tackled. Goes out of play. Going to be Steels throwing though, at least. The Steels have looked to get out, build it out quickly. They are building it. Turner, he has some space. Finds Lemon on the left-hand side. Some of the best attacks have actually come from the men in the second half. He's going to cut in on his right, going to take the right foot across, and it's a cross that could be good. It is actually going to just bounce to Goodwin on the corner there. Back here, takes a shot. It's going to deflect and straight into Cooper's arms. The deflection helping Cooper there. Better from the Steels, better. And he's going to take his time here, Cooper. Once again, which again, you can't really blame him for. Cooper going to send it long. Well controlled there by Ossett, but then eventually Ogun's going in, clear it out. Going to be Ossett's throw on the right side, and this is when the substitutes are going to happen for the Steels. So it's Goodwin coming off for Wood. So Charlie Wood will make. And it's Lemon coming off for, not Poole, because Poole's already off, but he'll be off for O'Connor. And someone tell our announcer no one can hear him. So it's a time. Steels will throwing it everything at it to try and see if they can get back into this one. Gagan gets the okay to start throwing. Gagan throws it down the line here. Headed on and going to go right out of play for another throw into Ossett. This is just what they all want, the away side. The Faber is coming over to make sure he can actually pick it up, Gagan. Gagan here will throw it down the line and it's going to be headed away and it's going to be turning in onto it, tries to knock it off and Ossiman does knock it off. Ossiman gets the throw in here. And it's going to be Oglesby here who's actually running over to take the throw in here. I think Steels may have gone too free at the back now to try and chuck as many men forward. McCaskill switch to the right wing, a Fabu on the left as well. Goes on long, headed back into Langton, and Langton's going to send it for a Fabu to chase. Cooper's covering, so I think it's just going to bounce into the box, and Cooper is allowed to take that one. Just doesn't look like it's going to be the Steel's night at all here at the moment. Cooper rolls it out and kicks it out. It's a ball and bounces off South, nipped in, but Fabu is offside, and the offside flag does go up there. Faber probably should have left that one, really, but that's it. And here comes Ossett's last substitution of the game is coming now as well. As complaining it, the Ossett defender is complaining. By the way, I don't know what he's complaining at. Maybe it's too cold at this point. It is stocky. In some more positive news for Stocksbridge, North Shields have equalised. Fabian Bailey there is coming on for Peterson. Yeah, it's back with Cooper now to take this one. Sending it long. Goes over everyone and going to go into that right wing area where I think Ossett will go probably see what they do there. They are looking like they're going to attack again, Ossett, in fairness to him. They have been forced out. Turner tries to block it, but the ball through being blocked by Murray, and Townsend's going to race to keep it in. He does keep it in. Good play from Townsend to do that. Townsend is going to take it. He's going to now roll that in front of him before booting that long, almost charged down that one. Very dangerous. Being headed away by Danny South, strong in the air. Danny South had a great game apart from Lamoning constantly. For Turner hooks it on, and Fabu going to try and change onto that, but Ossett clear it out simply. Back to Turner, who heads it forward. Fabu is going to keep on side and keep it. He's been forced backwards though. Takes the pass to Langton. Langton in space. Langton's going to try and put the ball into the box, headed back away, and Ossett's collecting in midfield. And I think the Steels in midfield just holding a bit too deep at the moment when they're trying to just keep the pressure on. Ball goes back here to Baker, and he gets it back here after a bit of give and go with O'Connor. Langton on it now. Need to just rush forward now, throw it out there that they can at the Ossett defence. Baker rolls it back to Langton. Langton, he's trying the crossfield ball. It's going to go behind Oglesby, who's in the left back position now. Oglesby going to take it. Oglesby tucks back through to a Fabu, back to goal. Fabu's having his shirt pulled all around as he does it, but it goes back to Oglesby. Oglesby takes a short pass to Turner. Turner grades one challenge really well. Turner goes forward. Turner's going to take the shot, but it's right at Cooper, who palms it down. And Turner did everything right, but the shot really didn't have the placement on it to challenge Cooper. And Cooper is going to take the time before sending it long. Right, Turner. Get it through to Robson, knocks it through, but only Murray gets clear. But only back to Ossett's midfield. Ossett's midfield just only play back to Turner, who heads it forward, and it's just going to be a bit of head tennis here. But Turner finally gets it on the ground, and Turner's just going to get it back here to Baker. Baker will go forward. Going to take the touch back, and it's going to just not go anywhere forward. It's now with Langton, who's picked it up deep, and they just need to find the gap here. They go through to Oglesby, who's going to have the ball headed away from him. Ossett gets it. They're going to get the first touch. They're being blocked off by Poole. Poole's going to put a ball in, but I think it's just too far for him. McCaskill's going to try and chase it to keep it in, and he is going to do really well to do so. Ossett's going to go down, and it's no foul given either way. There's all sorts of kicking at the ball. It's going to go out to play eventually, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Steels after all that. Ossett man was looking to try and get the foul by going in, and easily didn't get it. And in the end, I did think eventually something was going to, a foul was going to get given, but it wasn't. And the Steels have a corner. And everyone but Ben Townsend is up. O'Connor and Turner just stepped outside as well. We're going to see how much added time. I don't think there'll be too much actually this first half. Here comes the corner in. Headed away, but it's going to go back to O'Connor, who takes a touch. Going to get it to the right-hand side here, back to Poole. Poole is going to need some space for this cross. He's going to be deflected. And also going to look to keep it in. Cooper's come out really well to claim that one. It's good work from the goalkeeper, who has shown greatness and then some poorness at the same time in this game, Cole Cooper. But in the end, only one's gone in his net and 3 have gone in the other keeper's net. And that's what's going to matter to him. Cooper taking his time this one. So the ball goes coming up. We are in at least 1 minute of added time. I think the game's done at this point as the ball goes long here, and it's going to be battlefield for Ossett, and they win in every physical battle. But the ball eventually, the Steels did win the ball back, get it back to Townsend, and Townsend's going to try and get the ball short here to Baker, and it's going to be well won here, and Steels going to try and turn this into an attack, but Ossett have got back well. Back to Baker now. Tried to get it through, it's going to be blocked off, and he's going to go out for Steels throwing. Steels going to take it short now to Langton. Langton gets it across to Murray. Oglesby's offering us like a wide option here, and it's going to be given to Oglesby. Oglesby takes a touch. Oglesby gets it back to Fabu. Fabu's looking for some space. He could have got Oglesby on there, but Fabu's going to go on his own. Cuts inside, but Ossett get a stab of a tackle in, and they clear it away. Every minute closer. Ossett get to the 3 points here. Back here for Langton. Langton give it down to Baker. Every Stocksbridge man other than Townsend is in the half, in the Ossett half. Langton has the ball back now, going to get it across to Murray, who's in the sort of left back position at the moment. Takes a shot to Turner. Yeah. To Langton. The Steel fans are kind of silent here actually, as they just kind of accept what's happening at the moment. Back to Baker and right back. Baker's going to put the cross in, headed away by Danny South, but it's going to just go to Turner here. Turner passes it back to Langton. Langton takes a touch. Going to try and get down the fullback thing to Baker. Baker's going to knock it off a man, and he's going to earn a corner. Townsend, I can see, is looking at Ian to see if he can go up. Did do that for Answorth against the Steels, but that was when they were only 1 behind. Townsend is on the edge of the centre circle in the half of Ossett. Ossett have conceded from a goalkeeper this season already. That corner doesn't clear the first man, though. And it's going to go immediately out for a throw-in. Poole's chase. Actually, I say that. Poole's kept it in. I say that. It's going to go in. So back to Townsend. Townsend is going to get this one into the box. Oh, can't get it back, but it's going to go to O'Connor, who's on the left-hand side. Passes it back here to McCaskill. McCaskill's going to try and clip the cross again, but South wins that header. And Ossett managed to stop it going in the corner. And that will be full-time. Ossett win 3-1 there. They got the goal immediately in the second half with Chris Dawson. He just ran through the defence for scoring before they got the third there with Walshaw winning the header against an onrush in Townsend. So Steele's still out of form at the moment. We'll need to get it back for a key fixture against Dunstan on Saturday. We'll hopefully see you here at Brackenmore for that one, and we'll hopefully see some improvement.